Welcome to Dallas Business News by FSUH Productions.
We're your hosts,
Ibrahim Butalib
and Mustafa Ahmed.
Today we have some interesting news stories for you. Mustafa will be talking about oil in Greece. I will be talking about Mexican manufacturing and Mitsubishi.
But before that, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Dallas Business News 楽しい東京を作る企業マクドナルドグランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Now to talk about Greece. Former head of the U.S. Central Bank, Alan Greenspan, along with others, believe Greece will be forced to leave the Eurozone. Greece wants to renegotiate its bailout. Greenspan believes Greece will leave and it won't be long until other countries find out this tragedy and parting will be for the better. UK Chancellor said if Greece is leaving, this will have some disruption to the UK economy. Many Greek ministers have been touring major European cities to renegotiate their bailout. Greenspan said all the cards are being held by the EU members. Countries are even making contingency plans just in case Greece leaves and messes up the financial market.
After dumping Renault as a possible partner for small and mid-sized sedans, car manufacturer Mitsubishi has entered talks with Nissan as an alternative source for the badly needed mid-sized vehicle. After Mitsubishi discontinued the Galant mid-sized sedan from their lineup of cars in 2012, their sales have plummeted. Literally the only cars Mitsubishi make that people actually care about is the Lancer Rally sedan and the Outlander Sport crossover. Mitsubishi plans to soon discontinue both cars in the hopes that they will benefit from sales. The success of this venture remains to be seen. Since 2013, when the $2 billion Nissan facility was opened in Aguascalientes, Mexico, the country has been going through a boom economically, with, as of 2014, almost $400 billion in exports, and 85% of which from manufacturing. Other automobile manufacturers have been taking advantage of this boom by investing in Mexican manufacturing. Last year, General Motors made 678,000 automobiles in Mexico and announced that it would spend $3.6 billion through 2018 to modernize its Mexican plants. In 2014, Mazda opened a $770 million factory in Mexico. JLR, or Jaguar Land Rover, very recently announced that their new XE sedan will be built in their new Mexican plant specifically for the US. Forecasters expect Mexican vehicle exports to rise to a record 2.9 million in 2015, with over 70% of cars going to the US. The 5,000-employee Mazda plant will become Mazda's biggest overseas facility, as it will produce 250,000 vehicles annually by early 2016. Back to you, Mustafa.
Now for some oil-related news. Over the past 7 months, oil prices have decreased sharply. This is due to fracking. This is the first time since 2009 you can buy a barrel of U.S. crude oil for under $48. Many importing and exporting nations have been affected by this change. Russia's economy is 70% based on oil revenue. If $1 decreased in the price of oil, if there was a decrease in $1 in the price of oil, Russia's economy would suffer roughly $2 billion. Venezuela, a major oil exporting nation, has already been in trouble before the fracking due to economic mismanagement. Spending cuts are obvious, but the government does not seem likely to do that. Saudi Arabia, one of the world's largest oil exporting countries and one of the most influential members of OPEC, could stabilize the oil price, but it is not likely it would do that. Instead, it has made reserve funds just in case the economy goes down. In Europe and Asia, there are mixed blessings. It was calculated if there was a 10% drop in oil prices, the European Union economy would increase by 0.1%. Saudi Arabia, one of the most influential members of OPEC and one of the world's largest oil exporting nations, can stabilize the oil prices. But it would have to reduce spending. Based on history and recent resources, this shows Saudi Arabia is unlikely to do so. Saudi Arabia does have a trust fund of $700 billion just in case the oil prices don't stabilize, which would last a couple of years.
This car just rockets. Just rockets. I mean, it's a missile. I shouldn't have done that. Get the nose turned in. This is the manliest thing I've ever done in my life. Which one of these two is better? That's what we're gonna find out.
Actually care about.
That's an opinion. How am I gonna have the fracking thing?
Can you stop, Bob? Chill.
Put line. Put another line. It was calculated if there was a 10. Some countries are even making.
It would be.
Some countries are even making. Why are you leaving?
No, seriously, I'm legitimately.
Ow.
No distractions, boss. No distractions anymore.
I can
Okay.
still see his face.
No, just probably look really dumb. So that would make him laugh.
Some.
Oh no.
Mark, nah. Your turn. Okay.
Oh, I hit pause. Ow.
What are we gonna say next?
I don't care.
Okay. It's because of fracking. Fracking is very good for the economy and helps us all. We should not be worried about it in any way, whatsoever, shape, or form. I messed that up too.
Camera, this is what he has to read. So please, cut him some slack, okay? It's kind of unreadable.
All the cards are being held by the European Union.
It wasn't even funny. You could have just kept on going.
I said European.
No one cares.
Greenspan said all European.
What was that?
Greenspan said all the cards are being held by the European.
You suck.
Greenspan said all the European. I was supposed to say cards.
How do you think
All the cards are.
What does Greenspanson even mean? What is Greenspanson? What did you even write?
A drop in the oil prices, the European Union's economy would increase by 0.1%. System on the oil.
Bob! Don't do it. No.